I came here to work. I didn't come here to have lunch. I said, you come here and sit down and have lunch with us. I says, I'll pay you just the same. I said, don't worry about the half hour you take off for lunch. I said, you come. She came down, and you know what? She says, I'm going to work an extra half hour for that. I says, no, you don't. Whatever time you want to get done, you get done, and I'll pay you. She was a very nice lady. And you know what? She would move my furniture. She would dust all in the back, the baseboard, and wash it. I said to myself, well, when she first came, when I got her, because I thought she was colored. Of course, I don't have nothing against colored people. And I said, and we were talking on the phone, because I got her through the paper, you know, when you get through the paper. And I says, Connie, no, she says, hello. I said, is this Connie? She said, yes. I said, I'm Mrs. Delancy, Esther Delancy, and I'm looking for someone to help me do my heavy house cleaning. I'd like to know if you do it. And she said, yes, I do it. And she said to me, I told her I wanted the bathroom tile wash, the kitchen tile wash and everything. She said, do I need a toothbrush for your tile in the bathroom? I says, no, you don't need no toothbrush. Because a lot of people's houses she would clean. The grooves in there, they made it get so black like. Mm-hmm. That's from the wet, the mildew. And she had to get a toothbrush to get it all out. I says, no, you don't need a toothbrush. I says, you're welcome to come and see my place, and I can tell you what I want done. I said, whenever you can come, you let me know. She says, well, I can come tonight. I said, oh, well, that'll be just fine. She says, all right, I'll be there about 6:30. I says, well, I told her where I lived. I says, I'm going to have the outside porch light on. And we're the only 4 houses down the end of the road. Mm-hmm. So I saw a car coming down 3rd Street. And I says to John, I better sit in some porch because I think this might be her, I might be wrong. And as it was slowing up, it was coming towards the house, you know. So all right, she came out, got out, and I opened up the door. I says, I'm Mrs. Delancy, Connie. You're welcome to come in. When she came in, Daddy was in between the living room and the sun porch. She looked at the living room. She said, well, my Mrs. Delancy, I don't see anything what has to be done. John said, I said, no, there is things I want you to do. So I said, this is my house. I said, this is my sun porch, this is my living room, this is my kitchen and the dining room, and the bedroom and the bathroom. So I said, I said, you can come up and see the bedroom too. She came up, and she was stunned. Because, you know, I keep my house, before I go out. She
probably thought you were crazy.
So she said, Mrs. Delancy, I really, truly don't know why you need a house cleaning. So I told her I want the baseboard all washed, and I want my floors washed, the paint, and the windows. The blinds, I did them, because I did them before this has to be done. I brushed the walls down. She says, all right. So then she came downstairs and she said, Mr. Delancy? She says, I've been cleaning the house, but I never seen a house this clean. So John, he's then I said, all right. So she came, and I says, what do you charge? She says, $5 an hour. I says, okay. Jeez. I says, 3 or 4 hours we'd probably get, because me by myself, I would do it, one day I'd do my upstairs.
$5 an hour is pretty cheap.
Oh, sure it was. So then afterwards, she came in. When she was doing the work, she moved the bureau drawer, and she went, oh my God, I says, what happened, Connie? She said, my God, look all the dust back. She would tease me. Yeah.
What was her last?
This was in Beverly. Then the one in Beverly, she gave it up for a while because she was sick. So then I got the one in Delanco. So I had to tell the girl in Delanco when she was combing me out. I said, will you please call this number? This is my nephew's going to come and pick me up because he brought me there. And Billy would tell her to get the bus. And she said to me, Esther, he said to get the bus. I said, will you please tell him I'll let him get the bus. And he would come and pick me up. And I said, Billy, where are you taking me? You're not taking me home. Where are you taking me? I'm going to take you to a produce store. I want you to look at it. When I went in there, I was amazed. 6 red peppers for $1, great big ones in a bag. I said, I'm going to get 2, one red and one green. That was $2 because I roasted them, made a little package, stuck them in the freezer. When I want them for lunch, I got them. I got my celery. I got my scuttle. I buy all my vegetables. And then after I looked, I've been paying $3 for vanilla extract. I looked on a shelf, $1. I says, am I seeing right, Billy? What does that say? He said, $1, Aunt Esther. What's the matter with you? I said, get me 2 bottles. Because I was baking a lot. I was making pizzellis, biscotti. That was $2 I was saving.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it would take me there every 2 weeks. There. And then after another time we were coming out, he was taking me somewhere down. I said, Billy, what's the matter with you? Don't you know where I live? He said, I'm going to take you to see Uncle John. And he would take me to the mausoleum, you know.
Nice.
He was very good to me, Billy. You know what he told me when John died?
What?
He says, Aunt Esther, I'm going to tell you something. Whenever you have to go anywheres, you let me know and I'll take you. Because you did a lot for me when my mother was sick. Now it's my turn to do it for you because Uncle John's not here.
That's nice of him.
That was very good. Yeah. And then he would take me sometime at night when I'm cooking spaghettis or making pasta fagioli or something. He gave me his phone number. I would call him. I said, Billy, on your way home from work, stop over. And we would have dinner. We would have dinner. Because he was by himself in an apartment till he got married.
Right.
And he did. He would come over and we had talk and we had nice talk and everything.
Yeah.
Because when his mother and father died, they were left alone.
Mm-hmm.
So they took care of himself and everything. And I says, you can come over here to eat. The father's right, the mother died. And I said, bring me your clothes. The father, and then they did their towels and their underwears. I said, Billy, bring me your shirts. Because he had to wear white shirts at the Catholic school. And I knew Mary was fussy. Because when he wore his white shirts, then Mary was doing him. The other mothers would say, how come you get your shirts so white? She says, I use bleach. Do you use bleach? And I wash them. Man. And she would put starch around the collar, starch around the cuff, starch down to the buttonhole.
Yeah.
And I knew Sammy